Welcome back to the Free and Fully Expressed podcast, the space where we don't do surface level inspiration, we do soul deep reclaiming. I'm Jackie B, Shamanic Soul Guide, Mama of Three, and your reminder that you are never meant to just survive. You are always meant to be free, fully expressed, and fiercely alive. Each week, I'll be dropping raw truths, sacred mirror moments, and rebellious reminders to help you rise into the woman you came here to be. Every episode is raw, real, and soul stirring, blending laughter, vulnerability, and truth telling that calls women higher while holding them in love. So grab your coffee, take a deep breath in, and let's dive into it. Today's episode is Bad by Design, how I am breaking the healing rules. Because somewhere along the way, healing got turned into another performance. They handed us a rule book we never agreed to. Be calm, be polite, stay palatable. Only share once you've quote unquote healed it. Don't be angry. Anger isn't high vibe. Forgive instantly or else you're stuck. If you're triggered, you're not ready. Your body must look a certain way to count as embodied. Does any of that sound familiar? If healing means silencing my rage, sipping on green juice like it's salvation, and journaling grief into Pinterest-worthy affirmations, and pretending I will never mess up again, then count me the fuck out. Because I didn't come to heal by performing perfection. I'm healing by breaking the rules. And this episode is for the woman who has been told she is too much, too sensitive, too angry, too messy, and is finally starting to realize maybe she was never broken. Maybe she was bad by design. And maybe that is her freaking superpower all along. So it brings me to the point of like the rules I was supposed to follow, right? Somewhere along the way, healing just became another way to perform worldliness. The industry sold us this image of this perfectly healed woman. She's quiet, she's calm, she's endlessly forgiving. She journals her pain into pretty little lists of affirmations and never, ever gets triggered again. Spoiler alert, that's not healing. That's survival wrapped in a prettier outfit. It's just another mask, another way to shrink ourselves into something palatable, another way to earn love instead of embodying it. Because here's the kicker. The more I tried to fit myself into that mold, the further I felt from myself. I didn't find freedom by being perfect and being the perfect student of healing, even though I was very good at that role, right? The good student. I found it by starting by setting the damn rule book on fire. Tapping back in to what feels good to me, right? And not what everyone else told me I had to do to fit the certain role. I screamed when the world told me to meditate. I set boundaries with people I used to bend over backwards for. I mothered through my healing instead of waiting for the perfect, quiet time. I danced barefoot in the messy kitchen when I wanted to numb out. I created instead of consumed. I let rage move through my body as sacred, not shameful. And I led through the mess, not after it. And slowly I realized the most powerful, radiant, free version of me, she isn't waiting at the end of the checklist. She is here all along, buried under the silence, the shame, and survival. This is exactly why I created Reclaim Your Queen, because healing isn't about fitting into a script. It's about breaking it. Inside Reclaim Your Queen, we don't just hand you another list of rules. We hand you a mirror. We don't just silence your fire, we welcome it. And we definitely do not bypass the messy middle. We crown you inside of it. We weave the nervous system regulation with raw self-expression. And most importantly, we do it together. Because isolation is not required for self-discovery. In fact, it's one of the biggest lies that we've been fed. You don't have to walk this road alone. And you're not meant to. So Queen, you are never broken. You are never too much. And you were never meant to shrink yourself to fit into somebody else's definition of healed. You were born to break the rules that kept women small. You were quote unquote bad by design. And that was never a flaw. That was your origin story. This isn't about fixing yourself. It's about finally crowning yourself. And if this stirred something in you, if you felt seen, cracked open, called home, then you're ready. You're ready to go into this next chapter of whatever your story looks like, right? And it starts by deciding that I'm ready to show up and be me and reclaim those parts of myself that at one time I was taught that it had to be buried or tamed, right? Because you are ready to meet the woman you've always been underneath the rules that you were taught to follow. So, with all of that, I just want you to remember you don't have to perform your healing anymore. You get to embody it loudly, messily, beautifully, because that's queen energy. That's what you were made for. So thank you for being here inside of the Free and Fully Expressed movement with me today. And if this episode stirred anything in you, please don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your sisters. Tag me at Grow with Jackie B. Send me a DM. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is. And if you're ready to go deeper into this work, head over to my website and explore ways we can work together on this journey. But besides that, remember, you were never just a woman. You were always a queen. And together we are building the movement of cycle-breaking women who are reclaiming their crowns and changing the world. One soul-deep conversation at a time. Until next time, here's to your rise, your roar, and your return to self.